Welcome back to the family work. I am at the property again today. Going to try to knock out the rest of this trail. I'm headed up the trail, but I just crossed paths with something here. Let me show you. All right, so I'm headed up the hill and got somebody in my way here. I'm not sure if he's going to move or not. But this is where I stopped the other day, and I'm gonna go around that curve, and then I'm gonna show you a hill. I'm gonna try to figure out how much elevation I got to go up and see what it's gonna look like. So stay tuned, and we'll get this little guy out of the way. All right, well, I'm taking a break now. I've done about, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and I just climbed this hill I'm gonna show you here. You can see maybe the excavator down there. This is kind of the last challenging part of what I'm setting out to do. I just measured it off. It's 150 feet of elevation change I'm about to do here, and I didn't measure the distance, but I imagine it's just a couple hundred yards. Hang on, I'll just say, excuse me, 100 yards. So I'll measure it on my walk back down. I'm guessing it's probably 100 yards, maybe a little more. So I did probably at least 100 yards down there. Let me zoom in a little bit. And this was kind of an old logging road, and you can see there's kind of a cliff off to the left side. So I'm just digging into the hill, getting that brush out, trying to widen it now. It's probably about 15-20 feet at its width. So now you can actually pass. If you got side-by-sides, you can drive past each other. And hopefully, like I said, eventually I want to have this so a vehicle can get through here. But I'm just kind of widening out. And then I'm going to let the rain kind of wash the rest of the topsoil off the side of the hill. And then this I'm a little concerned about. It's kind of washed out here in the middle, and I got rocks on this side. I had a big rock patch I went through halfway through there. So that and this pretty steep slope. I'm still not 100% sure how this is going to work out. I'm trying to start building it up where I'm at now, adding some extra soil I'm digging instead of throwing it off the side. But once I get up here, I'm pretty much at the top of the hill, and the rest is flat. And it widens out up here too. So this is really kind of my biggest concern, is coming up this hill. I'm not really putting a crown or anything into this trail right now. The plan is, I'm not really sure what we're going to do at this property. We don't have any plans to develop it really for another at least a year or two. But eventually, when I come back here, we'll put a crown in and we'll put gravel in. We may even run utilities, because once you get to the top up here, there's a great overlook. It'd be a great place to put a cabin, but obviously we need access to it. And if we did a pre-built cabin, I'd have to be able to get a not necessarily a semi truck, but at least a 1-ton. And I just don't know this grade how that's going to work. So my goal is here the next 2 hours is just to make this kind of level this out. Again, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much with this rock without having a breaker on the excavator, which is on my shopping list. I want to get a grading bucket, tilt bucket, and a breaker, and a couple other things. But you know, I went back and forth for about a year trying to decide what size excavator I wanted or needed, and I settled on an 8-ton. And I wasn't sure if that was going to be too small or if it was going to be too big. And I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm not able to do too much right now on these rocks without having a breaker with just the bucket, but I can't complain. I think it was the sweet spot for us. Unfortunately, it's a little too big. I'm not able to move it down the road to our other properties. I'm gonna have to contract that out. That's the only downside about getting the smaller one, is I could have hauled it myself. But that's why I'm working on this today, is because we want to move this onto our next piece of property where we do have some plans that we need it for. And well, I figured while it was here, I wanted to go ahead and try to get this road cleaned up a little bit, just over the next year or two, we'll have a lot easier access getting up there and doing hunting or whatever. But that's the plan. Hopefully in the next couple seconds here, we'll jump forward in time, and I will we'll see if I can make it up this hill or not. I guess as long as I don't flip the excavator and roll down the mountain, I'll be okay. But somebody had to do it before me, so it's got to be possible, right? All right, well, I'm halfway there on this hill. I've come up 75 feet, and I got 75 more feet to go, and it actually hasn't been too bad. It doesn't even look like it's much of a hill there, but man, it for sure looks like a big increase here. And I can't do much with this stone. Up there, I can kind of break that stuff off. And that's kind of what I've done, is fill it up, break that off and fill it up a little bit. And there's actually enough, probably 10 feet before the edge over here if I just clean this off. But I don't know, I'm bouncing around so much, I think I'm gonna call it a day. It'd be nice to have a breaker. It'd make quick work of it. The path kind of gets a little narrow up there. So I think for now, we're gonna call it quits right here. And yeah, it's a shame, because as soon as you get to the top of that hill, it flattens out. But I don't know. I'll think about it. If I get bored, maybe I'll come back, spend a couple more hours. But I'm ready to go get some food, call it a day, head back home. And I think by the time you see this, we're going to be on vacation. So we'll see what happens. Hope everybody has a great day, and thanks for watching.